What's good, Lit G's? It's Jay Smooth, back again with episode 5 of Are They Lit Tho for May 2026. This month, we've got 3 titles that should catch the attention of the masses. EA Sports FC 26, the yearly football, favorite loved worldwide, Wu-Chang, Falling Feathers, and rounding out 9 Souls. As always, I'll be diving into all 3 games and rating them using my updated 4-tier lit rating system, which breaks down graphics or art direction, gameplay and controls, fun factor, and replayability. I'll still give my personal take on each title, but my opinion now only counts for 25% of the final litability score. The reason? I don't think my opinion alone should decide whether a game is officially lit. The rating system keeps things balanced based on visuals, functionality, fun, and long-term appeal. So grab your snacks, get comfortable, and relax. It's time to find out, are they lit though? So starting off with EA Sports' FC 26. FC 26 is an association football simulation video game developed by EA Vancouver and EA Romania and published by Electronic Arts. It was released worldwide on the 26th of September of 2025 for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch 2, and Amazon Luna. Rarely hear Luna. It is the 3rd installment in the EA Sports FC series following EA FC 24 and EA FC 25, and the 33rd overall installment of EA Sports' football simulation games. The Ultimate Edition has Zlatan Ibrahimovic on the cover, whilst the Standard Edition sees the return of Jude Bellingham and the introduction of Jamal Musiala. Hope I said that right. So EA Sports FC 26 introduces significant gameplay innovations, which include a complete overhaul of the dribbling mechanics, enhanced artificial intelligence for player positioning, and more lifelike goalkeeper animations. The game also features 2 distinct gameplay presets: competitive, tailored for Ultimate Team and clubs with faster paced action and smarter AI, and authentic, designed for career mode with realistic football behaviors and tactics based on real world data. Various changes were also done to career mode, especially manager career. Manager live challenges were added, which allowed players to choose specific challenges to complete, such as winning the treble or being on top of the league by Christmas. Another new feature was unexpected events, which meant events similar to real-life scenarios such as players being homesick could affect your club. Player career also received some changes, notably the addition of archetypes. The feature allowed players to choose a specific path or playing style for their player to progress, which enabled more personalization to the experience. Swedish former footballer Zlatan Ibrahimovic appears as the cover athlete of the Ultimate Edition, while Jude Bellingham and Jamal Musiala feature on alternative covers of the Standard Editions. They removed the positions LWB and RWB and replaced them with a role wingback. FC 26 features more than 20,000 licensed players across 715 clubs, 35 leagues, and national teams. FC 26 contains the UEFA Champions League, the UEFA Women's Champions League, the UEFA Super and Premier League, and the La Liga, EA Sports, Bundesliga, Barclays Women's Super League, etc. Certain national football teams such as the Brazil national football team and Japan national football team are absent due to licensing restrictions. Inter Milan, AC Milan, Atlanta, and Lazio are all once again absent and are instead named Lombardia FC, Milano FC, Bergamo Calcio, and Latium, respectively. FC 26 received generally favorable reviews according to review aggregation website Metacritic. OpenCritic determined that 83% of critics recommended the game. The game was nominated for Best Sports Racing Game and Innovation in Accessibility at the Game Awards 2025, as well as for Sports Game of the Year at the 29th Annual DICE Awards, but did not win in any of those categories. In September of 2025, the game debuted as the best-selling game in the United Kingdom. By October of 2025, FC26 sold more than 12 million copies, where 8 million of those copies were on PlayStation consoles, for 88% going to PS5 and 12% for PS4, though sales on other platforms are currently unknown. So, here is the new rating system and how it works. So we start with the graphics, or what I also like to call art direction. So the graphics in this game are absolutely beautiful, and the level of detail on the players and their uniforms is spot on. The rendering of the fans and stadiums is done extremely well too. So well that during certain close-up replay angles, you can literally see individual blades of grass. The engine EA is using for its sports titles have clearly adapted perfectly to the current gen consoles. I was just as impressed with PGA Tour 2K25, even though it's just golf, and EA Sports College Football 25, and this game continues that trend with visuals that really stand out. So gameplay and controls felt natural, and the controls were super responsive. I was honestly impressed at how easy it was for me, someone who's never played soccer game on any console, sorry y'all, that's what we called it growing up, to jump in, figure out the basics and run a quick match. I didn't score it, but I also didn't get completely destroyed by the CPU, which felt like a win in itself. So with fun factor on the surface, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think much of this game at first, mainly because I don't follow European football. I know it's way more popular worldwide than American football, but it's never really been my thing. That said, I've always respected the athletes who play it. I've seen some matches, witnessed some insane plays, and it's clear it takes real dedication to stay in shape, sprint up and down the massive field for an entire game, and constantly kick, jump, and react at high speed. Much respect to all of you. And since I'm from Dallas, Texas, shout out to the Dallas Sidekicks and FC Dallas. What really shocked me was just how addictive this game turned out to be. I jumped into a quick match, Dallas versus Houston, which was wild because I didn't even pick my opponent. I had fun learning the controls, and even though scoring was tough, I held my own and didn't get scored on either. I honestly might pick this up again. The career mode is also really well done. It's unique in the way it lets you create your own sports manager or even play as a real life manager, which I thought was a really nice touch. It adds depth and personality to the whole experience. So this game has major replay value. It's fun, addictive, and backed by a massive fan base. It already has sold over 12 million copies, with 8 million of those on the PlayStation consoles across PS4 and PS5. Most players are on PS5, but there's still a strong and healthy community on PS4 as well. With numbers like that and gameplay that keeps people coming back, it's easy to see why this title stays in rotation. So my thoughts about EA Sports' FC26 really caught me off guard. In the best way though. I honestly didn't expect to vibe with this one, but man, it pulled me in quick. The gameplay is super addictive, and I can already see myself diving deeper into the sport and maybe even giving career mode a real shot. Between the strong ratings from the LIT rating system and my own surprisingly positive experience, there's no debate here. EA Sports FC26 is definitely lit. Up next, we got Wu-Chang Falling Feathers. Wu-Chang Falling Feathers is a 2025 Souls-like action RPG developed by Lindsay and published by 505 Games. The player assumes the role of Bai Wu-Chang, a female pirate who navigates the supernatural horrors stemming from the feathering. Set in an alternate history representation of Shu during the late Ming Dynasty, the story explores a region ravaged by war and plague. Wu-Chang Falling Feathers was released on PlayStation 5, Windows, and Xbox Series X and X on July 24th of 2025. It sold over 1 million units as of March 31st of 2026. In this soul-like action RPG, female pirate warrior Wu-Chang awakens in the tumultuous final years of China's Ming Dynasty with no memories of her past. The land of Shu is plagued by warring factions and a mysterious phenomenon known as the feathering that is causing people to mutate into hideous monsters. Now herself afflicted with the feathering, Wu Chang must explore this vast, interconnected world while battling cruel and twisted enemies. Master various fighting styles, discover hidden weapons and ancient firearms, harvest new skills from defeated foes, and even embrace the power of feathering to discover the truth at the heart of the chaos. So here are my lit gaming ratings and opinions. Wu Chang delivers some seriously impressive visuals. The graphics are sharp and the art direction is packed with detail. From the statues and vegetation to the ancient Chinese architecture, everything looks rich, vibrant, and thoughtfully crafted right down to the characters, their designs, and their color palettes. The gameplay is intuitive and easy to pick up, feeling natural and responsive from the jump. The whole flow actually reminds me a lot of God of War, and that's definitely a good thing. I had a lot of fun with this title. The combat is easy to pick up and genuinely enjoyable. But make no mistake, this is a Souls-like experience, so take that however you want. The save points aren't close together, and when you die, many of the enemies you already defeated respawn, adding an extra layer of difficulty. Normally, I'm not a fan of that design choice, but in this case, I actually like how it was implemented. It fits the game's rhythm and keeps the tension high in a good way. So with replayability, I think the target audience for this game is going to replay it a lot. It's built for them, and the fun factor alone will keep them coming back. But for gamers like me, once I finish the story, collect all the trophies that can be earned, I usually don't return to it. That's just my playstyle, even though the game itself offers plenty of reasons for others to keep diving back in. So my thoughts on Wu Chang Fallen Feathers is a straight up blast. It gives off major God of War energy, but wrapped in a rich, ancient Chinese culture with a touch of Souls-like discipline mixed in. You've got to stay sharp in combat, because slipping up means starting over and fighting your way back through the same enemies until you hit the next save point. The good news? The challenge pays off. The game looks great, plays great, and keeps you locked in from start to finish. The ratings back it up, and my 2 cents do too. This one is absolutely lit. Last but not least, we're gonna do Nine Souls. And this is what they said. Nine Souls is a 2024 action platform game developed and published by Red Candle Games. The game is set in an Asian fantasy-inspired futuristic world which Red Candle Games describes as Tao Punk, a combination of Taoism and cyberpunk, stating that they had a clear goal of combining Taoism with cyberpunk, melding sci-fi elements with Eastern mythology. In gameplay, combat emphasizes the player deflecting attacks from enemies to build up energy to perform special attacks. It features a hand-drawn animation style. The game was released on Microsoft Windows and Mac OS on May 29th of 2024, which was followed by home console ports on November 26th. On the same day, a major patch was released introducing a boss rush style game mode called Battle Memories. The 2D action platformer in which the player controls Yi, who aims to defeat the Nine Souls to get revenge. Focus is on melee combat mixed with side-scrolling platforming and deflection mechanics. Yi's basic attack is slashing with the sword, but he can also deflect enemy attacks, which allows him to absorb and accumulate ki. Yi can then dash to his opponents to attach talisman powered by ki, which can be charged before exploding. In addition to his sword, Yi also uses a bow for ranged combat. In regard to movement, Yi can run, jump, double jump, wall jump, dash on the ground, and in the air, climb, wall run, and grapple. So here are my ratings and opinions. Graphics. The graphics paired with the hand-drawn art style look absolutely stunning. Everything fits the game's theme perfectly, and the visuals are genuinely beautiful to take in. And the gameplay and controller mechanics are super fluid and easy to pick up. It's all about knowing when to dash and when to parry. Both moves are simple to execute. The real challenge comes from timing. Once you lock into that rhythm, the combat becomes incredibly fun and satisfying to play. I had a ton of fun playing this game. And even with its beautiful animation, I've got to point out that the graphic violence makes it something I wouldn't recommend for kids under 13 or 14. That said, the game is so engaging that I actually went past the time I normally set aside for titles I'm reviewing. It pulled me in, kept me locked in, and delivered way more than I expected. This game has a high replay factor thanks to how genuinely fun it is and the fact that it offers two distinct playthrough experiences. One built around the full story mode, and another focused purely on action and combat. It's basically two different vibes in one package, which keeps you coming back for more. So my thoughts is, 9 Souls is an absolute blast from start to finish. The hand-drawn animation and art direction are gorgeous, the graphics engine brings it all together perfectly. The gameplay stays simple, but just challenging enough to keep things exciting, making it enjoyable just for about any type of player, and if you're here strictly for the action, you can go full combat mode with zero story holding you back. No question about it, 9 Souls is definitely lit. So in conclusion, this month Sony came out swinging, dropping a sports game, an action RPG, and a 2D platformer, and every single one of them delivered. All 3 titles earned the stamp and were officially rated lit. I hope you enjoyed this month's episode of Are They Lit Though? Will you be playing any of these titles? Drop a comment and let me know which one looks the most fun to you. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, I appreciate you more than you know. This has been J Smooth for Lit Gaming, reminding you not to forget to shut up and PTFO.
Lit Gaming.